I interrupt your Hollow Knight lore videos because I want to talk to you about the upcoming Game Awards. If you don't know what the Game Awards is, it's basically the Oscars except for video games. And the reason why I want to talk about the 2025 Game Awards is because this is the first year in a while where the race for Game of the Year is so close between so many different amazing games. Normally we have one or two like generational games, and those are the main competitors. 2023 we had Baldur's Gate 3, which everyone knew was going to sweep unless you were like a blind Spider-Man 2 fan. 2022 we had an amazing fight between Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok. But this year is different because we have like generational game after generational game after Anyways, they pick 6 games each year, so I'm going to say the 6 games that are fighting for the chance, starting with what a lot of people consider to be the front runner, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. And I'm not going to sit here and glaze one of my new favorite games of all time. The music's amazing, the characters, the world building, the story, the graphics look great, the gameplay is fantastic. Everyone is saying these things, so it should be no surprise why it's at the top of most people's list. This was the current game that everyone thought was going to win until a game came out, which was a long-awaited sequel to a beloved series that we've been waiting years for. That's right, Death Stranding 2. Which honestly kind of surprised me. I didn't know how hard Death Stranding 2 was going to go. I don't know what Kojima started using, but basically they took Death Stranding, took everything that people liked, cranked it up to 11, and then added the one thing that Death Stranding was desperately missing. Fun. Everyone thought it was going to go to either Clair Obscur or Death Stranding 2 until Donkey Kong dropped. Now, I don't have a Switch 2, and I probably won't buy one until the new Pokemon game causes my current Switch to blow up. So I haven't played Bonanza yet, but from everything that I've seen, everything that I've heard, all the praise that it's received, anyone who's counting that out of winning is a fool. Ooh, but it's a platforming kids game. Yeah, so was Astro Bot, and it won last year. And now we get to the game that everyone is recently praising, and rightfully so, Silkong. It was a 7-year wait after Hollow Knight came out, and you know what? With the game that we got, I would have waited another 5. I'm used to waiting for long times between video games. I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan. I didn't even think that Silksong would be on the same level as Hollow Knight, let alone did I anticipate it to be better. The map is bigger, the movement's faster, the story's more engaging, the graphics look more beautiful, the bosses are like equally as challenging, but just as fair. It literally crashed every single game store that it was sold on, and if a game like Wukong could get nominated last year because it sold a lot of copies, and right here are the 4 generational games that have come out this year. Any of these came out last year, they would have a high chance of winning. If not, they would have won. And this isn't even mentioning Blueprints, which I think is the dark horse of the Game Awards this year, because everyone who's played Blueprints is still playing Blueprints, and they're too busy to actually talk about it. And then we have Split Fiction, which is getting hailed as like the best couch co-op game of all time since classic Lego Star Wars. And there are still more games coming out. We have Hades 2 coming out in like a week, and as someone who has over 140 hours in just the early access of Hades 2, Hades 2 is better than Hades in every conceivable way possible. And I know a lot of people are excited for Ghost of Yotei, myself included, but honestly, a hot take, if Ghost of Yotei is just more Ghost of Tsushima and not a vast improvement and upgrade, it's not even getting a nomination. This will definitely go down without a doubt as the most competitive Game Awards ever. No wonder GTA 6 backed out.